picking one broke college student to win $1,000. The decision by the Jubilee ripoff channel Kickback. Arizona Jubilee is what I like to call this. That's what it is. It's Jubilee with people that graduated from ASU. It's Jubilee with STDs. No, I'm kidding.
I'm gonna really make sure that the person who gets it really deserves it. Like, they make wise decisions with their money. They help other people. I know a lot of people are gonna lie, because who doesn't want $1,000? Hopefully can find that one like golden child who is telling the truth. I'm Noah, I'm 20. I'm studying psychology at GCU, and I'm about to...
I wonder if it would suck to get picked as the host. Like, would you kind of be like, oh, I'm gonna be the one giving away? I mean, I love giving. Giving is, I mean, that's like my favorite thing in the whole world is giving gifts. Of course. I just, why me to do the giving? Why wasn't I picked as one of the contestants to do the having, to do the getting?
Tell who's a liar and who's not. Oh. I think the most obvious question here is, what makes you think you're deserving of the money? We'll start with contestant number one.
So I definitely don't think that like anyone here is more deserving than another person. But I pay all my own bills. And I have a lot of bills that I need to pay, so...
Okay, it's been a while since we watched one of these videos. It's been a while. We did used to watch an abundance of these, and it became clear very quickly that there is a strategy here. You gotta tug on the heartstrings, you gotta be charismatic, but the right amount of sad, you know what I mean? So for Caitlin here, to start off and be like, I definitely don't think that anyone else deserves the money more than me, but here is why I deserve it more, I think is a good strategy.
I guess if we're just going based off like necessity, I definitely need the money, so.
Don't we all? Contestant two.
See, there it was right there, a little bit of bitterness. Little bit of bitterness. Don't we all? Don't we all? Oh, except me, the host, the fucking guy who picks. I don't need the money at all, do I? No.
I feel like we all deserve it, and it's just a game. I think I deserve it just because I've been overthinking my money situation for so long, and this would take off a lot of stress.
All right, contestant three.
I think everyone is deserving of the money because I know everyone is facing challenges, obstacles, and hardships throughout their life, but
nice. That's a good blanket statement. That was great. That was great. Way to just cover everyone and everything. That was great.
I think I deserve the money. I would say I do work 24/7. I work more than 4 jobs to pay the bills, and I came out to Arizona all by myself at the age of 18, so.
All right, so if you're working 4 jobs, that means you're making pretty decent money, doesn't it?
Not in this inflation.
Okay. Well, we'll see about that one. Contestant number
4 jobs. That's a lot of jobs. How is it even possible to work that many jobs? What am I talking about? I have 3 jobs. Husband, son, brother, father-to-be. 4 jobs, actually. Influencer, 5 jobs.
4, I believe.
For the 4th time, I think everyone here deserves the money or whatever the hell. But my situation personally, I'm a fraternity president. It's kind of a thankless, crappy job, even though I signed up for it, but it's also payless. And I'm not like your average regular college student who can go like buy top ramen. I'm also, I have celiac disease, so I'm gluten-free. So when I go buy a thing of bread, I buy like the $15 loaf of bread to make a peanut butter jelly sandwich.
That's not really, it's not really, come on. That's what you're gonna say? Those are the fucking 2 worst reasons. Those are the 2 worst reasons. You're fraternity president and you're celiac? Come on. It's a thankless job being fraternity president. Just would like to hear a thank you every now and then from my brothers, okay? Sure, yeah, no, it's fun to delete beers with your brothers, but like every now and then I'd kind of like to get real with them. And just, I'd like a thank you for providing the alcohol for this party, for example. For like, no, I didn't go out and buy it, the pledges did. Of course, I wouldn't fucking do that, I'm not a bitch. But like, you know, logistically, who put on this party? Like, logistically, who was in charge of it? The social chair, yes, that's right. But I'm the guy on top, I'm the guy kind of running, you know, I'm the guy running it all. So it's a thankless job, this is what I mean. Plus, I can't eat bread. Oh, I mean, that would suck. But it's not the end of the world. Like, people just don't eat bread by choice. I try not to. I do poorly at it. But out of all the people's stories we've heard so far, his is the worst.
So I kind of just need to eat, honestly. That's my reason.
I don't know, cause I've heard that frat guys are liars, so I don't really know about that answer. I'm gonna move to contestant 5 though.
Same thing as everyone else. I don't think it's a talk about who deserves what. But for my personal situation,
Just before I start, I'm just going to agree with everyone else that I'm a good person. Just want to say that because everyone else said it, so I'm going to say that. I am a good person like them, but
I've been having to send money back home to support my family because my little sister has what's called an AVM, and it causes her to have seizures all the time, and it's been a really big financial burden on my family. So, and I only can work part-time because I have classes just like everyone else, but I think that's what I would use the money for.
see, that was a fantastic one. Not clapping at the condition with the sister and everything. That's sorry, that seemed cold of me. I'm clapping at... I shouldn't have clapped. I apologize for clapping, all right? That seems like a serious situation. But he probably deserves it the most. Out of all the stories we heard, it's probably him. Definitely not the frat president who can't have a croissant.
Where's back home for them?
Seattle.
Okay.
I want to make sure everyone has an opportunity here, so let's be more specific with the question. Let's ask them what they would do with the money if they won.
Yeah. What would you do if you won the money contestant 1?
So I would definitely either pay my rent this month, or I guess next month, October 1st, or I would get healthcare, because I don't have healthcare right now. So I've never not had healthcare before, so I am like a little bit scared of not having that.
How'd you lose your health care?
So I obviously had healthcare through my parents, but my dad got laid off.
Seems reasonable. We'll go contestant 2.
For me, so I'm an international student and I can't make money in the US since I don't have a work visa. And a work visa is like so expensive and it takes so long to get it, which is why I never applied. And my family has been paying for my expenses, so I'd probably give back the money to them because they deserve it.
All right, that seems like it checks out. I mean, we'll go contestant 3. What would you do with the $1,000?
I would save up for a house for my mom to move out here in Arizona, and then also fix my car because...
I mean, that's a very aspirational thing to say, but $1,000. I mean, I guess it adds up eventually, but that's not really it's kind of a drop in the bucket in terms of housing costs these days, am I right?
It's been in the shop twice this week.
You're the one with 4 jobs, right?
Yes, and I need a car for my jobs to travel to. I've taken the bus and the train, and it takes about an hour. So it's all about timing and planning accordingly, just so that way I could arrive on time, so I can make a good impression for my job. But the total stops for that bus is 64 stops.
Would you consider moving closer
Closer to where?
to your job?
I've tried, but rent prices are skyrocket.
Yeah, what part of Tempe do you live in?
I live by, and
Okay.
I would say,
Okay, yeah.
In one of those apartments.
and my work is in Scottsdale.
Why wouldn't they cut that out? Why would they just cut that out? They censored it, but like, why? She just doxed herself. And then he goes, in one of those apartments, like specifically where you live.
North Scottsdale.
Okay.
Is this your main job by chance?
Yes. You sure?
Yeah, I was just saying.
They're doing it for me, man. I ain't gotta do nothing.
4 jobs and you don't have a car. I find that like hard to believe. Like being able to transport yourself back and forth is.
I can testify for where she
Okay.
lives because she lives like next to campus and it's way expensive over there.
Stop fucking doxing her, dude.
Yeah.
So I mean, I can see that.
For exact
Yeah.
measures, it would be bus,
Okay.
and then you would transfer from there depending on if you make it on time. If you don't make it on time, you'll have to do 2 buses, but it's all about planning. And then when I say 4 jobs, I'm talking about contracting jobs on the side. Contracting jobs doesn't mean that you are full on part-time. So it's basically whenever you can pick up that job when the company needs you. So to classify the number.
All right, I think
Okay, let's reflect here. Whose story are we liking the most right now? I feel like we heard from her the most, but I feel like hers is a more realistic answer. It's like, I'm gonna use it to pay rent. That's like someone who needs money. Like now. The fact that she default answered with I'm gonna save it, that was her first answer, is I'm gonna save some to buy a house. It's like, okay, well, you don't need money right now then. The car thing is good. I forget what she said. What did she say? Couldn't have been that good. Sorry. I'm not judging any of these people's stories, by the way, okay? I'm not judging them. I'm trying to guess who's gonna win the money. I'm judging him. This is the only one I'm judging.
I think we'll move to contestant 4. What would you do with $1,000?
So first and foremost, I'm a religious person. I would give 20% away to God because I believe that He is the reason I'm here and get the opportunities to make money and be in these positions. So by doing that, I would give $200 to JDRF, which is Juvenile Diabetes Research Foundation. They're my passion for philanthropy because when I was in 2nd grade, I had a buddy who every single recess, we would go and he'd get his finger pricked every single day, and I didn't understand it at the time until now. But like every single day he'd go and he looked like he was gonna cry every single time, and I'd just sit there, wait for him, and then we'd go back out, miss recess or whatever, and that means a lot when you're a kid. So that's the first thing I would do. That's about 20% of what I would do. The rest, like I said, go towards food, and the other half I would put towards myself and towards reinvesting in myself and trying to make opportunities for myself.
All right, so you're at 60% right now. What's the other 40?
Oh, fucking called out! Called out, bitch! Yeah, maybe you should spend the other half on a math class, dude. Own! Saying God and charity, again, fucking has to be the worst answer. God and charity. If you're giving money to God and to charity, it means you don't need money, because you would spend the money on something you need.
Well, that's like half and half. Half would go towards food, 400, the other half would go towards reinvesting and figuring out how to make it into
400 on food. Yeah, I just really wanted to hit Nobu. Just like new Nobu opened up downtown Tempe, and I just heard it's fire, so I just wanted to go there. No rice though. None for me. No rice, which is tough. It's fucking hard. You ever try to eat sushi without rice? It's fucking hard.
more.
I see. What was your friend's name?
Marcus.
Okay, that was a quick response. I like that. Contestant 5, what would you do with $1,000?
I like how he's trying to catch him in a lie for the diet. The diabetes thing would be a crazy thing to make up.
I would, well, with the $1,000, my mom helps me a lot with rent and everything, just simply because I can only work part-time with all the classes that I have. But I would send the money back to my mom, like I said, to help with medical bills and coverage for my little sister. And then whatever, she'll most likely send some of it back, knowing her. But whatever I do end up with in my pocket, I would use for, rent or food or whatnot. Because like we all said, we're all college students. It's rough out here.
It really is.
It's rough out here.
It really is.
Come on, man. What? It really is, man. It really is. I can just never get a reservation at Nobu. I know. It's fucking tough out here, bro. It's like it's packed. It's slammed every single day. It's so poppin'. I need to get in there. You'd think as a frat president, they'd fucking put me down, put my name on the fucking list. Sorry. I feel like the dude in the green, his story is the most, to me, it's like he's the most believable.
I mean, I got a decision already, so. Person I'm gonna eliminate is contestant number 4. He's just super quick with his responses, and that's kind of a red flag for me in a way, where it'd be green for most people, but I think he's fronting.
The man.
John.
Dude, that's like who gives a fuck if he's lying? His story sucks. That's the point. I didn't even really reflect on the fact that he can still eat bread. He was just saying his bread is more expensive. That's so funny. I gotta buy the really nice gluten-free shit. Tastes the same. It's just more expensive.
No.
I'm gonna be honest with you. Everything I said was the complete truth.
Oh.
But it's chill, It was nice to meet you.
Shoot. All right. I feel like a dirtbag, man. Contestant number 1, who do you think is the least deserving of the money out of you 4?
Oh yeah, let's get confrontational. Does that count as saying the C word? Because it's in there. You're not allowed to say that on YouTube. You'll get demonetized right away.
They're all looking at me.
You could say me.
This dude needs to get new shoes. So I think he should work out a deal with whoever. He should work out a little all right, contestant number whatever. Listen, I'll give it to you. I just need, or one of you. If the first one who confirms that I will receive a new pair of Adidas, whoever confirms that I will get a new pair of these bad boys, I'll give it to you.
I want to say anybody. Okay. Oh my God. Okay. I'm just gonna say contestant number 2 just because. Oh my God, just because she has some of her expenses paid for, it sounds like, and the money would be going to other people that isn't herself, whereas I feel like except for contestant number 5, all of us need the money like for ourselves, like in this
I
moment.
want to talk about that.
Go ahead.
Both of my parents don't work because they have some issues. And right now my brother just graduated and he just started working and he's my only provider. And I don't want my brother paying for me, especially only when he just graduated and he doesn't have that kind of money to be supporting 2 people. So I'd want to help my brother out.
All right, well, contestant number 2, who do you think is least deserving after hearing that from number 1?
I would say contestant number 3. Not for any.
You can just feel the tension on this couch right now. You can feel it. They're all like, do you think that? Oh, wonderful.
Big reasons, but I feel like if you work 4 jobs, you can manage doing 2 instead and maybe getting paid more. I don't know how that works. I don't work here, but I feel like you can reduce the amount of jobs you have and make some more time for yourself
I like they're not even looking at each other.
and get paid more.
Clarify making time for yourself. If I have to hustle for getting the money.
Yeah, I was saying instead of doing 4 jobs, you could have done 2 that pay you more.
That is true.
Yeah. Have you tried just getting paid more? Have you tried that? So here's a solution maybe if you haven't thought of this. Okay? Maybe if you haven't thought of this. So take your jobs 4, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Take those jobs. Oops, what'd I just do there? Cut them in half. So now how many you got? Huh? 2, right? 2 jobs. Right? So I took 4, boom, that's 2 out of there right now. You're left with 2, right? So this is before and then after. Oh, sorry, I almost did 3 there. Sorry, 2. So then these 2 jobs, then you get paid here, right? What if you got paid here?
But it's hard to even get like fully accepted to a job, and I've tried.
I know, but coming from someone that can actually work here, and I don't know.
Oh, right, she's international. She can't work. Right. I was too. I got a little money on this. I figured out how to make money. All right, I got paid in cash. I was low under the table. And if you're an immigration officer watching this, that is not true. I'm just fucking around. I did not do that at all.
I've had friends who are international and they've hustled their way through here as well.
I didn't. I did not. No.
So if we're going a little bit about that, I think that you're able to make it no matter what. You're here.
No, I know I'll make it at some point, but I'm talking about now.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're both talking about right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, but she couldn't really admit to it on a YouTube show, probably, without risk of losing her visa.
Right now, I've had friends that were in school and they've hustled their way through college and made sure that their mom is taken care of back home. And because
That's my
they didn't
goal
have a father.
once I graduate.
So if we're talking about right now, contestant 3, who do you think is least deserving of the money?
I would say contestant number 2, just because I've had experience with my friends who hustled and had dealt with hardships, and I've been nothing but supportive of.
These girls want to fucking kill each other. These girls want to kill each other.
The grind. I myself think, it's always great to hustle and grind for what you need. Just because
it doesn't mean that I can make money overnight.
No, but
I don't have a work visa. I have no way to work here.
So if you're trying to hustle and grind,
Weren't you the one that was just saying, why don't you just try and make twice as much money at half the jobs?
for the money, why do you think you should get the handout of $1,000?
me? Are you asking me?
Yeah, I'm asking you. 3.
Yes, because one, I'm not, so asking for the 1,000. I think it would greatly help, only because I am trying to do it for my mom to get her out of a toxic scenario at home. And to do that, it's just out of my goodwill, good faith. And that is why I am trying to hustle my way and not give myself any excuses. So there's a difference between motivation and discipline. And now there's a lot of hard days, but mostly it's just trying to keep going. And I think we all deserve to keep going.
That's fair.
I know fucking Alpha Podcast dude's ears are perking up right now. Everywhere across the world, because she just said like 9,000 buzzwords in one sentence. She said hustle, she said grind, she said motivation, she said drive. She's just dropping these things, peppering them in to every sentence. You know, there's dudes sleeping around the world that fucking, huh? Did someone say drive? Did someone say hustle? Who just said hustle and drive in the same sentence?
That's fair. I'll go contestant 5. Who do you think is least deserving of the $1,000?
I'm gonna have to go contestant number 3 as well. I say that
She's getting shit on.
because, as she was explaining earlier, her goal is to get a house for her mom, which very admirable. I love that for you. But I think there's some of us that would use the money for more like imminent things. Like the money that was going straight home to my family. Like this is kind of like a long-term goal for you, and there's some of us that have stuff like right now we need to take care of.
It seems like there's a short consensus between the group, and that kind of narrows down my thoughts based off of contestant 2 and 5's response. I'm gonna eliminate contestant 3. They kind of made the decision for me, and I kind of have a clear conscience about it because 2 of them said it, so. Shoot, dude. I'm so sorry.
No, you're good. I could hustle.
I believe it.
I mean, yeah, she kind of got shit on there. But this is what happens in this shit. You talk too much, and you are a target immediately. You have to be concise, come up with your story, say it, and then let the other people fuck up, you know? But she was like, she clearly is a hustlер, clearly. I mean, she said it 5,000 times, but she just said it as she was leaving. She was like, I can hustle. But, I mean, you know, if you're a person that's resourceful and you got 4 things going on, it's like, you should probably be okay.
Oh, shoot. Well, I kind of thought she was lying based off of her first response.
What is wrong with this guy's trust issues? You gotta go to therapy, dude.
To the first question, to be honest, I kind of made my decision before that round even started. If you can't win contestant 1, who do you think should win the $1,000?
If I can't win, I say number 5. I know that we're both working, we're both hustling, we're both grinding. And then we both have like people in our family with health issues that we want to like help that like can't necessarily, I guess like people in our family are more concerned about supporting them than us, not in like a bad way. It's just like they have a higher necessity than us, so we kind of have to care for ourselves. I don't really know how to put that. Like we just don't have as much help because there's people in our family with health issues.
That's a fair enough answer. Contestant 2, if you don't win, who do you think should?
I also think that number 5 should, just because he said that his little sister has issues and a lot of people in my family also have issues, and if I could help them out, I would.
So 5, how are you feeling after having 2 people vouch for you?
I mean, obviously it feels good. It's weird that we're all like pinned against each other almost, but it's nice to hear. Similarly, I think contestant number 1 would be the person I would hope to win if it wasn't for me. Kind of like she said, we're just trying to help people out who are oftentimes like burdened with helping us. So it'll feel really good to give back to the people that, you know, have been carrying us for a little.
This glare right here. She's like, yes, but did you not hear me? I am international. It's probably illegal for her to make $1,000 via the show as well. Probably. This whole thing is she won the money. Isn't that technically like working? You showed up, you made an appearance, and then you got $1,000. It sounds like an appearance fee. And it's all documented on here. I would be careful.
Have been carrying us for a little.
Yeah, I mean, that makes a lot of sense. Contestant 2, being that no one voted for you, how does that make you feel? Like, can you vouch for yourself now?
No, I'm fine with it.
All right.
It's okay.
The person I'm going to eliminate this round is contestant number 2 because they had no one vouch for them. So I feel like that's kind of another clear conscience. Well, I know next round I'm going to have to make the big decision. So to have the past 2 rounds just have a clear conscience of kind of having them eliminate the other people.
This dude loves not deciding for himself. He just loves having a clear conscience.
Feels pretty good.
So was there anything that stuck out to you in general about contestant 2, or you just wanted her out because they did as well?
To be honest, no, there wasn't anything that stuck out. I just let them kind of make the decision for themselves.
But knowing now that
I
we've
just
been the
feel
ones.
so bad. I feel so bad. You told me I wasn't gonna have to make the decision.
I hate this part, dude. This part's the worst.
I feel like I have to gripe on the production here for a second, okay? I feel like if you're casting someone to be the decision maker, would it not be better for the show if they were a convincing person with their own opinions? You know what I'm saying? Nothing against this guy. He is a nice guy, and I feel like he's, it's not like he knows how to talk. But, like, you want someone in this position that's kind of a fucking dickhead. Because it's going to make the show more exciting if they're just eliminating people because they're cold-blooded. You know what I'm saying? To be like, no, there's nothing about her. It's just they decided, so I don't want the blood on my hands. It's like, it's fucking get your hands dirty a little bit. This is fucking kickback. Be a dick. It's Arizona, for Christ's sake.
I'm so sorry.
Oh my goodness.
It's okay.
Nice to meet you.
It's fine. You too.
Just to see them come around with disappointment on their face just hurts the heart.
Is there anything that you would like to ask them in this final round?
Yeah, I would like to know what your worst financial mistake that you've made is.
I would say putting the money into the job that I have right now. I sell Medicare, which is like a pretty soul-sucking, pretty terrible, boring job. And I wish that I would have put the money that I had into getting something, like a job for myself that was actually, because what I do now, it supports me. I'm able to financially support myself on my own, but it's pretty fucking miserable. So I wish maybe that I would have put that money towards something that I would have maybe enjoyed doing more to pay my bills, if that makes sense.
Contestant 5, what was your worst financial mistake?
I don't consider myself to be incredibly spontaneous, right? It's not like I'm not, just dropping money on random things. Not necessarily of a fault of my own, but I lent a friend, roommate, actually a good amount of money, and then haven't seen it since.
Yeah, see, this guy fucking knows how to answer questions right here. That is the exact answer.
I mean, decision on my part to give him money, but I mean, if it was up to me.
What's the worst decision that I've made? I've made some bad decisions with money. I have. I've made some good decisions. I've also made some bad decisions, for sure. I'm trying to think of an example. See, I'm kind of guilty of anytime something, crypto or anything is ripping, and you see people on Twitter talking about it and there's all this built up hype. I fucking fall victim to that every single time. I'm just like everyone else. I go on Twitter and I'm like, wait, what are people are buying this random fucking shit coin, and I'll put $1,000 in it and lose it all the next day. I've done that 5 times. When really I should have been looking out for frat presidents who can't eat bread to donate that to instead. Although probably the people running these shit coins are probably frat presidents that are just scamming people. So it probably did go to them. So I'm actually happy about it. It was a good financial decision. I wouldn't say those are the bad ones.
Have that money back. He moved away, he went back home, and then just never answered calls or texts. So I mean, that was just kind of ghosted me with my money in his pocket. So it was a little
Sue him.
hard.
Contestant 5, I've been in the same boat. I'm nervous, man. I just want to give it to the right person and make sure whoever gets the money can use it to the best.
Pick someone, be an asshole.
Their advantage. And I mean, both of them have families that need it and families they're trying to provide for, if they're telling the truth, that is. So just hope I make the right decision is all.
Well, I'm going to reveal to you now that there is a third option.
Oh.
And that I know you mentioned before the show that you could also use the money.
Oh, gosh.
And I'm going to give you the option. You could take the $1,000.
Oh, let's go. Let's go. Okay, maybe I was wrong about the whole production thing, because now this makes it more interesting. The fact that he's trying to come off as a good person. This makes it more interesting. Hot dog! You got me, kickback.
For yourself, and you don't even have to see them.
I don't have to see them.
Let's see how much of a clear conscience you want to leave with today.
He's gonna take it.
Take a little bit of time. But that is your third option. You can take all the money for yourself.
Gosh, okay.
And if you took the money, what would you use it for?
I have quite a bit of debt that I need to pay off from my car, and then my dorm's kind of crappy right now. So my decision is I'm gonna give the $1,000 to contestant number 5. I obviously don't need it for myself, even though I got debt to pay off.
I swear to God he was gonna keep it. I fucking kind of wish he did, honestly. I'm glad this guy got it, but I kind of wish he would have kept it.
I have a job that I can pay for it and work it off slowly, but family's really big to me, so I kind of relate to contestant 5 in that way. Contestant 1, I'm really sorry, but it did sound like you were a little bit better off than 5 was, so that's kind of what led to that final decision. Nice
Oh, Jesus, you too.
Contestant 5, here you go.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, man.
How's it feel?
Feels great, honestly. Yeah, I mean, it hurts hearing other people's stories and like knowing that, you know, they could really use this as well, but extremely blessed to have been the one
You already won it. You don't have to do the nice person thing. You already won.
wins this. And I promise this, I was telling the truth the whole time.
I figured you were.
So
What bills are these? Are these ones? I think those are fake. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Maybe there's 200 per thing.
and helping out a lot.
Just glad I went to the right person, that's all. That was my biggest worry, so to know it did and to know he's telling the truth really makes it better.
Just happy to, you could give me one of those little stacks or not. I'll just happy it went to the right person. Just happy I gave it to you, and I had the choice to take it for myself, but I gave it to you, and I'm just happy that it went to the right person. So it could flow back to me though, a little bit. That's why it's called Kickback. That's why the channel's called Kickback, isn't it? I mean, isn't it? Right? That makes sense, right? You can kick me a little song. You heard how much of a good person I was through all this stuff, all the things I was saying, right? Cross necklace. I'm a pretty fucking good person. That was good. I actually had fun, which is like, you know, for me, it's kind of a risk because who let me do that? So, I had a sort of a good time and hope you did too. Bless you. Goodbye. You sneezed. I heard you. Bless you. Someone actually did sneeze right before I said that, and they're fucking freaking out right now. So don't freak out. Annie. Now someone named Annie is freaking out. All right, bye.
Why don't we play something these souls are like? Try whips, I know they like.